Yeah. Okay. Um, I don't remember which day this is, but I know this is for Natsuki. So hair. Vanilla. Bubbles. Alright. And... Oh, alright. Starscape is beautiful, but treasure? No. Papa, of course. Gotta poop. Gotta poof. Puppy. Of course. Journey memories to defeat lipstick. Okay, sugar. Anime. A giggle. Ribbon. Twirl. This, unrequited. No. That was a toughie. Sweet. No. No. Color. No. Fantasy. Daz. No. I knew that one. So disarray, extreme, sunset, heaven sent, insight, landscape, holiday. Yeah, you got it. Jeez, what were they? What were those voices? Okay. Oh man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano? Wait, we've seen this. We've read through this already. Yeah. She thinks... Hey, you! I look up to see Natsuki next to me. Are you just gonna sit there and keep staring at nothing? There isn't that much time, so... sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry or anything. It's not like I worried. I was just... Natsuki glances down on her side. Such a tsundere, of course. My god. Like, really. So obvious. Why don't you pick up on it? She's holding a volume of mango in her hands. That's right. Something just came up for a minute, but we can get started now. I won't make you wait any longer. Oh, jeez. Now you're making me feel like a jerk. If something's bothering you, you could just tell me to leave you alone and I will. I mean, assuming you don't feel like talking about it or anything. She practically mumbles that last part. I'm probably making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. I've just been thinking about Sayori, that's all. Sayori? Thinking about her? Yeah, she seems pretty down today. Well, but she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh. Natsuki exhales. Well, first of all, you should really work on your phrasing. But anyway, wow. You're her best friend, right? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. And in that case, I think you should trust her a little more. If she needed you, then you would be the first person she would go to, right? Well, I guess that's true. I mean, some people just have those days. You can't always avoid it. If anything, she probably doesn't want you to worry about her because it's not important. Yeah, that's kind of what she said to me. Maybe it's not right for me to go against her wishes. Exactly. If she needs you to worry about her, then it'll be a lot more obvious. Yeah, I should have thought of it that way from the start. 'Cause everything is always obvious. Natsuki fiddles with the book she's holding in her hands. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. It's normal to be worried about your friends. I mean, you were worried about me, so... I was not! Jeez. If you're fine, let's hurry and get started already. Yeah. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything's back to normal. Yeah, wait. Alright, Natsuki. Oh geez, that looks creepy with the mouse. Sorry. If I was there... Oh, let's see. You're certainly enthusiastic today. Of course. You know I like your writing. I'm just surprised. Seemed like you had a lot of trouble admitting that before. Well, of course. I just had to put you in a place a little bit. It's not like I was shy or anything stupid like that. Or jealous. I really wasn't jealous. Just because he happens to be a good writer. That's such a dumb thing to get jealous about. And Natsuki. What? You're not very confident about your writing, are you? What are you talking about? My writing is obviously the best. Right? Took me a while to figure out, but I think I finally did. Maybe Natsuki acts so arrogant because she's trying to make up for her own insecurities. Alright, maybe she acts like the best, then if she acts like she's the best, then other people might think that way too. Yeah, sure. Sora, please just tell me you like my poems. I don't care if you hate them. Just, please tell me I'm the best. I just really need to hear that from someone. I know I sound stupid, but there's a reason I never shared my poems before this. Natsuki, because nobody ever takes me seriously. What's the point in sharing my poems if people are just gonna laugh and say, oh, that's so cute, it's just like you, Natsuki. Sometimes I don't want to be cute, but nobody understands that. I try really hard when I write. The style doesn't matter. The emotions are there. Why can't anyone see that? I just want... Natsuki trails off. Maybe it's because her lips started to quiver. I look down and her fists are clenched really tightly. She's about to fucking punch you. Okay. Hey, Natsuki. Hey, Natsuki. Hey, Natsuki, if you're not careful, you'll rip your own poem. I gently grab the poem with my own hands until she relaxes her grip on it. I place it flat on the desk and smooth out the wrinkles she put into it. I said, don't read it. Before I can pick it back up, Natsuki snatches the poem up from the desk. It's not like it's any good. And I know you hate my poems, so you don't have to read this one, okay? But I want to read it. But why? Because I like your poems. I really do. Why would I judge you for your style? It's not like my own style is anything crazy. I mean, it's true that the first time I read one of your poems, I didn't look much into it. But I know you better now. And it's wrong for Yuri to think your style is more amateur than hers. And Sayori, she always means well. But sometimes she's so focused on simple happiness that she doesn't understand what people really want. Yeah, I guess I never really thought about how hard it is for you. And I'm sorry if I was part of the problem. I understand now. You're not just cute, you're a lot more than that. Natsuki, you're doing it again. Again, she clutches her poem a little too hard. She looks down, hiding her eyes from me. I never realized how difficult this was for her. But finally she forces herself to extend her arms and set her poem on the table. You can read it. Just turn that way. I don't want you to look at my face right now. Okay, I will. Alright, because you... Tomorrow will be brighter with me around, But when today's dim, I can only look down. My looking is a little more forward because you look at me. It's actually different. When I want to say something, I say it with a shout. But my truest feelings can never come out. My words are a little less empty because you listen to me. When something's above me, I reach for the stars. But when I feel small, I don't get very far. My standing is a little bit taller because you sit with me. I believe in myself with all of my heart. But what do I do when it's torn apart? My faith is a little bit stronger because you trusted me. My pen always puts my feelings to the test. I'm not a good writer, but my best is my best. My poems are a little bit dearer because you think of me. Because you, because you, because you. Why are you looking at me like that? If you don't like it, just say it. I won't get mad. No, it's not that I don't like it. It was just a little surprising to read. I guess I'm not used to hearing such nice things coming from you. Don't just say that. Tell me, what do you think the point of writing is? Expressing things that you can't just say? Yeah, I understand. Sorry for missing the point sometimes. I always mean well. I'm happy you showed this to me. I liked it. Well, yeah. I'm a pro, so... She mumbles, completely failing to sound confident like she usually... Did that really go over your head? Just... remember that I can think these things sometimes too. You know, when you're nice to me, it's... meaningful. Ah, I'm glad. Just... whatever. Seeing Natsuki satisfied, I start to hand the poem back to her. But as I do, Natsuki takes my hands and pushes them back away. Her small soft hands surprise me with their assertion. Ooh, okay. I don't want it. Why not? I just don't. Jeez. I realize what Natsuki's doing. Unable to be honest, she's trying to give me the poem in a roundabout way. Oh well, in that case, I'm gonna keep it. Instead of teasing her, I choose to go along with it. Good. If you didn't, I would... Never mind. I'm glad that you want it. Natsuki backpedals on her words and leaves it at that. Despite her best efforts to hide her expression, I can see her faintly smiling to herself. Trying to... Okay. That's fine. Oh, why can't I just do this? There we go. Alright. That's all now, so go put it away before someone sees it, okay? Yeah. I'll go do that. With that, I return to my seat so that I can put away Natsuki's poem. Well, that was sweet. What do you have to say, Manika? Hi, Sora. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well... Wait. I've seen this. Sticking with the Natsuki style once more, I see. You really like Natsuki, don't you? That's... Oh, come on, Sora. It's awfully suspicious, you know. Spending time with her in the club room every day. Pretending to like the manga that she's into. You know how Natsuki is. If I don't indulge her, she'll end up hating me. No, I think you're misunderstanding, Sora. It's not like Natsuki just hates anyone who... It's not like Natsuki just hates anyone who doesn't give her what she wants. Yeah, she's assertive, but she's not that selfish. In fact, I think you're the only one who's indulged her as much as you have. Unless that's so. I Kinda knew that, but I just didn't want to admit it. So I just need to ask one thing of you. Be careful, please. Natsuki's kind of unpredictable. A lot of times she doesn't even know what she wants. After all, she is the youngest one here. She might not know how to handle her own feelings properly. What I'm saying is, if something bad happens, then it could end up damaging the club too. And you wouldn't do that to me, right? I'm not sure how to respond to Monica. Well, I care about her in the club. It's also kind of unfair to bring that up. Well, you're smart. I'm sure you'll do the right thing. Monica smiles sweetly. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, right? Okay. Alright. Okay. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. Yeah. I saw this one. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote. So that's what I wrote about. Once we saw it. Wait. Sorry. Oh boy. It's nice, I guess. Oh, come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Natsuki. I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not what I really meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends just like I was hoping. It makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Sora. Sorry. Is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. Oh, if you insist. Yay. Oh, I'm gonna go home a bit early today, Sayori. Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow, you better. Better see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, she walks out of the classroom. Okay. Time to piss off Yuri. Yuri doesn't look too enthusiastic about spending time with me. I guess if she changes her mind, she'll come to me. But I should leave her be for now. Wow, okay. Okay. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me or did you say something strange just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the whole club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Yeah, we know. We've done this scene. Besides... Oh. He hasn't really gotten a chance to spend time with me yet, you know? Speak. I'm like... I want to spend... But we're going with Natsuki this time. Well, baking sounds like it could be fun. And you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so I could probably use two people. Don't worry. Baking's a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree. Just a minute ago you were saying that's because... never mind, okay? Well, anyway. You'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri? Well, of course. I'm used to it after all. Good. That's good. Even though Yuri's being melodramatic, it's a little hard not to feel, but yeah, right? So that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about? No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited? Yes. Everything except the performance is gonna be awesome. I don't think that really counts. But I don't think that really counts. What about you, Sora? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still skulking. Natsuki starts pouting too. It's not that big of a deal or anything. Well, it might not be just that. I think Yuri might just be feeling a little unappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do, then nobody offering to help. That doesn't mean... Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone. A worried expression. Look. Oh, she's making up. It's her time. Natsuki goes over and puts her hands down on Yuri's shoulders. Yuri, you really are the most talented one here. And you're gonna help to make the event a lot of fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too. But you're gonna make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important for the way people feel during the performances. So you need to stop being dumb and just give yourself a little more credit. Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction. You didn't really mean that, did you? Not really, but Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monica was taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki of all people are saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand. Natsuki's trying to cheer up. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this, because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I was going to do my best. I'm going to do my best. And all of us are going to make it a really great event. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Yeah, okay, but I'm staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so... Fair enough, there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone packs up their things, start to follow Monica and Yuri at the doors, they chat between each other. Where are you going? We still need to figure out plans for this weekend. You literally would have gotten home and realized that you didn't even have a way to contact me. Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind. Jeez, it's a good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You better not make it weird or anything. Why would I do that? Natsuki gives me your number. Bam. Okay, I'm coming over on Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients. Wait, you're coming to my house? Well, yeah. What's wrong with that? I mean, I just figured since I'm the one helping, I'd be going to your house. Yeah, right. Like I could have a guy over at my house. My dad would kill me. Really? It's kind of strict if you ask me. Yeah, how do you think I feel? I can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just need to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I needed from you. Guess I'll text you when I'm coming over. Alright, fine by me. Yeah. I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. So you better look forward to it. Didn't you say that... Didn't you say you were just gonna give me the dirty work? Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like in front of everyone that I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? Well, kind of. Just because I've never gotten to bake with someone else before. That's all it is, so... Alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out. I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday. Never mind. Good stuff. I can't believe this. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. There's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. But damn, okay. Having fun. More than that, she told me she was looking forward to it. Is this a chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off of it. I think it's a little too loud and that I'm an idiot and this sounds terrible. Good stuff. Okay. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. Seriously, I can't wait. I'm so hard right now. It's already Sunday. Skipping about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We send each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but turn into a conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, yeah, we went through the savory stuff. The super sad scene. I spend only a few minutes back at home anxiously waiting for Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside in the front door. Without delay, I opened the front door to let her in. So, hey, I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes made the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparing. Unfitting in comparison. Whoa. Jeez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki's carrying a large bag that's probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way just to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Ow. Yeah, I did, of course. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients that if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Glad I can count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she's a little different outside of school after all? Who wouldn't everyone be? Just a little bit different. Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. What, you're not even gonna offer to take this very heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Sora? Oh, come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grabbed the bag Natsuki holds out to me. Ew, this is ridiculously heavy. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? Yeah, I'm impressed, Natsuki. Seems like I always underestimate you. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits her fist into my chest. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small but also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are you getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey, now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? Just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like... Natsuki catches the words and her face turns red. Of course, yeah, Natsuki, forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. I appreciate you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Gross. Hey, is that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. Finally found your weakness, Sora. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now. Finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. I need to suck. I need to suck. Ugh. On these milky cough drops. Really though, they're super creamy. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki's babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Sora, where did you put the food coloring? The batter's going into the oven soon, so I need to fill it. So I need to fill the tray. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. Ugh. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. Oh, that's a cute idea. Are you doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so... Come on. You're not putting in any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. Not really sure. Oh, you're an idiot. Okay, yeah. Meanwhile, the stuff happens. Oh, that does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking's just about following instructions. The presentation's where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up. Like the ones you made the first day, huh? On my first day. I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori Yamanaka's delighted expressions. Wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I will use food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with food coloring. Ah yeah, it's getting there. We're using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah. It'll just take a little longer. Jeez. I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. You're icing. Are you forgetting you did all the work? Start to fight back, inching my finger towards it. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I'd like to see you try. Push harder to sniff for my finger to reach the icing. Triumphantly scoop some with my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. The force of Natsuki pulling on me caused me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross! You got it on my face. Oh my god. And whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. Yeah, she tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Jeez. You know what? Take this. Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger towards my own face. Oh, you wish? I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but then I grab that one as well. Saving the screen. Stop. Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I didn't mean it. It was just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know. Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Oh, is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I'd take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. And you made it weird, congratulations. Yeah. I mean, it got lewd once with the, oh, you got it all over my face line. Alright. What? Did you seriously just... Natsuki's so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Sora, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them. That's her expression, though. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the moon turn to this so quickly? Natsuki glazes at me and stands. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I start to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. Oh, wonder. You left the dirty tray in there, dummy. How can you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistakes, jeez. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove, and we're out of our lewd moment with Natsuki. Apparently. In another moment, the fire alarm stops, and, anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads. But the moment's already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. And we're done. Good. Alright. The cupcake is ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Oh, look how cute they all look. She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. Look even better once they add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. And I have these nozzles that'll make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. I probably won't be using it this time though. Oh, what's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. Oh, that one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake, like happy birthday or whatever. Huh. I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Huh? Well, it's a literature event, right? We can make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It'd be really fun to see people choose a cupcake based on a word they like. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. But that's actually a really cute idea, so... maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Oh, come on. We're not at school, nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well... Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. So can you say something? No, nothing. Nothing at all. Well, let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up her pace and fastens a nozzle into each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing and we each get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to look at look at how pretty they all look together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Sierra's the exact opposite in that regard. She were here, would probably be down to 10 cupcakes already. And she would still eat dinner. Oh, come on, it's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, someone has daddy issues. I was so oh yeah, there's a history thing. I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Already? That's a shame. Well, it's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you always have this chance. Man. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sarah each carry some, you could probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I could do that. Don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish you would listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah. Again, I think back to the conversation I had with Ziori earlier today. Okay, crunchies. So I had to clear up my mouth. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki's already about to leave. Feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Well, guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. See you tomorrow. Oh, wait, Natsuki. Huh? What you said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. Show me how fun baking can be like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere... do you really mean that? He looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah. I want to spend more time with you. Sora, I thought you only cared about getting this done. Sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I'd really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so... Oh. Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt, as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me. I've felt it for a while now. Your dick. It's really bulging out of your pants right now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori? Hi, Sora. Sayori. Just now we weren't... It's okay, Sora. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Oh, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well... I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't need any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off, and Sayori waves goodbye. Time for sad stuff. Sayori, thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, actually, wait, no. We're done with Natsuki. I'm gonna go back to this. Okay, we'll do this. Because I want to have saves with all of Sayori's screens. So we're gonna do that real quick, Achievement Hunter style. Okay, save. Alright, Sayori's things. Passion. Range. Friends. Heartbeat. No. Cloud. No. Fuck. Joy. Peaceful. Hope. Bliss. Dream. Scars. Promise. Incapable. No. Alright, misfortune. Essence. No. Depression. Yeah. 'Cause funny joke. Okay. Anxiety. No. Cage romance. Peace. Crimson. Uncontrollable? No. Effulgent. Poof. Chocolate. Death. Extreme. Pain. And grief. No. Journey. God. I hope that was... Ah, we got it. Okay. Hello. Alright. Page 2. I guess. Yeah? Yeah. Right? Right. There it is. Alright, uh-huh. Tying her shirt. Well, Sayori, of course. Very nice angle. Yeah. They're great wallpapers too. All of these screens. Anyway. Monica. I really wish I could spend more time with Monica. Like, seriously. Alright. Sayori, step in. All things Sayori. Second poem. Okay. Save. That's the most recent. I don't fucking know. Okay. Oh, misery. Peace. No. Depression, of course. Alone. Oh, graveyard universe. She's depressed, or she's like somber but not extreme. Yuri's more extreme. Natsuki's cutesy. Like extreme cutesy. Sayori's like in the middle. I guess. Universe grave. Disoriented now. Joy. Precious. Is that hurt? Prayer. Dream. No. Flee. No. Unstable. God damn it. Alright. Shiny analysis. God. Infinite existence. No. Oh, please. Scars. Empty. Rain cloud. Clouds. No. Raindrops. Oh my god. Okay, pretty sure that was Sayori still. Ow, smack. Alright. Think we got it, right? Maybe? Yeah. Yeah, we got it. She's so cute. Oh. I love her hairstyle too. Oh, smacks. Oh. Another good angle. Touching moments. What? Just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. And I always like moms that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. We've seen this already. Hello? Amy likes spiders, yeah. That's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About something being ridiculed for a strange interest? What? She did? Am I? Yeah. She's talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. Well, she's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Oh, please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I'd probably hate myself. Might be ranting. We're getting new little tidbits of things here and there. I like it. Okay. I'll say Yuri this time. Okay, this is the most recent, and that, yes. Okay. Alright, okay, Sayori would be skipping. No, I knew that. Broken. After no. Wonderful. Disown. No, I thought that was, yeah. And shopping, she's a Valentine? No. Holiday, Rose, Destiny, no. God, fuck. Bunny, Heart, Socks, Shame. Peace. Shit. Fickle, uncontrollable. Captive. Memories. That's Sayori. Vivid. No. Spinning. Shit. Smile. Of course, cry. Comfort. Unending. That's Yuri. Pain. Alright. Pretty sure we got it again. Everything's not alright. Oh, already? Didn't think there was a third one. This one's alright. Alright? Like, yeah, doesn't blow me away, but there's nothing I really hate about it. It's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. Come to think of it, kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. Oh, you think so? Yeah, well, I guess you've been friends with her so long, it might be this. Yeah, I've seen this. Yeah, okay. Oh, jeez. Ears are ringing. That's not a good thing. Alright. Monix. Yuri. That's okay. She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. Supposed to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. It's weird. Okay, yeah. Alright, this time we're arguing with just Sayori. Monica. Causing discourse. Yuri. Alright, now we're back to this. Okay, okay. Alright, that's it for the moment. Now we're gonna do a Yuri round. All for Yuri this time. Yeah. Let's see. To Sayori, Yuri is... yeah. It's day one, right? Alright, so honestly, this is how I would play it normally, because I usually go for Yuri. But I saved it for last because... Okay. Alright. I'll just go ahead and tell you, Yuri's my favorite girl, okay? I mean, besides Monica, I love Monica. I love all of them. Yuri's good. Too, I guess. Desires. What a misfortune. I simply have went through a tragedy. God, okay. Forgot they're so similar. But, oh really? Really? Embrace. Really? Daydream? God, are you kidding me? Starscape, I know. Beauty. God, passion. God, fuck. Electricity. Hopeless. No. No, this is not going well. I'm trying again. Alright, we're gonna kinda cheat with this one. Charm, heartbeat. Time. Essence. Marriage? No? Disaster. Extraordinary. Oh. Oh, jeez. I cut that off. Didn't mean to cut that off, sorry. But, Katie, hi. Thanks for the follow. I'm sorry. Note to self, that skips stuff, and I shouldn't do that. Okay, moving on. Hello. We're going for Yuri right now. Because Yuri is awesome. Only because there's no option to go with Monica. Yeah. Anyway, let's whisper. Yeah, it's the same username. Gotcha, you gay little gay. You're very gay. Suicide. Inferno. Starscape. Romance, no? Really? Pain, no, that's climax. Yeah. Intellectual. That's lust. With our infallible, unrestrained, heaven-sent wrath. And an unending nibble. Alright, unending philosophy. Alright, that was really strong with Yuri. Alright, we've seen this. Alright. Look forward to hearing what you think. No. Here we go. New stuff. Ah, God. Getting everything ready again. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more. But at the same time, I'd feel bad for distracting her from reading. Catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. Do you? Do you know? I mean, throw out your best guess. Oh, well, that's one thing, yeah. You'll see. We haven't seen the thing yet, but you'll see later on. Another reason, another very big reason. I just love everything about Yuri. And Monica, but also Yuri. Anyway, more than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading this, a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. Sure, yeah. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but... Yeah, she's great. I like her too. She's... I mean, actually, she's very, she has a very complex personality. Which I like. Anyway. But I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well... Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school and moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, life gets really strange for her. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. You giving me some foreshadowing here? Well, that's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it's gonna be a nice story. So, that dark turn came from nowhere. Yeah, Yuri giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Sora? Oh no, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. I am not in a talking position right now. Okay, it's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling on, aren't I? I love that stuff, though it's the plotline of a lot of anime. I still like it. Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. That likes it. But oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean voice acting. I have a different voice for everyone. Like, this one's a little Sayori, and we have Monica here, all nice and hospitable, I guess. And we have Natsuki, the small one, and we have Yuri, the shy and calculating one. And then we have main character who's just a fucking idiot in all social situations. Just fucking... He's dumb, okay. Yeah, alright. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let strange books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. I am the same way with my shows and things. Yeah, cause MC's an idiot. He's dumb, and I hate him. But he tries. He's just stupid. Yeah. Doesn't know how to handle mental illnesses. I don't totally blame him, I guess. But he has his own motives and he just doesn't really care about anyone but himself. Anyway. Least I can do is listen. This is the literature club after all. Well, that's true. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? Slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just not something I'm very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. There's a hot goth mom right there. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri really apologizes a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's right up against Yuri's and hold my book between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Yeah, because there's like view channel, or I think it's in the dashboard, or there's a settings thing somewhere. Anyway, I can't see profile pictures in Streamlabs anyway, so... But whatever. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Here he takes her arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. Oh yeah, we're doing this. Saving these moments. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb as it flips to the other side. But, in holding it like this... Look, I really want to do this to someone... With someone... like, find a good book, good, nice, dark book, read together at the same time. It just seems fun. And just a nice thing. But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. My dick's so huge right now. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face. And she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Doing it right this time. Alright, it's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. I continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side. as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses a lot of the things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But Sora, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. So embarrassing that you think that. Wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? What are you saying all of a sudden? And, okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. Sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, guess I'll do the same. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or do you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. Sure. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Gee, Monica's so perfect, isn't she? Anyway, I'm gonna drink some silver. Quicksilver, not the metal, because it still has a bit of a metallic taste and it reminds me of blood. Anyway. Okay, Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Of course, we're going with Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Actually, though, she actually critiques and provides useful feedback. I mean, Monica does too, but she has very useful tips as well. Anyway. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a deep breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Oh, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their new style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and then they form fit the two together. The end result is both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her trains of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Like, her stammering's completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, it's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Yeah, she sure can. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. Oh, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Oh, please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for him. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh, Ghost Under the Light. One of my favorite poems, actually, in this. Actually, no, it might be the next one. Oh, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calms. Breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers and I flicker back. Anyway. I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. Oh, that's a relief. I also like the poem, even though it's short. It was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Oh, not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Sora. Really? Must have totally missed the point. Because you don't know a thing about a thing. Yeah. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But I remember that poets often express their own thoughts. Feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. Aw, I hope you're okay. Bye, I guess. Welcome to the club of social ghosts. We're having a ghosty party here. Yuri's the ghost queen, one of our ghost queens. Anyway. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all of this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Sora. Me too. That's really sweet. Why do you have to say Monica? Hi, Sora. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'd be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off to going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Wow. Not a very helpful person at all. Anyway. Want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Sora. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Sora. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Guess I underestimated you. Well, it's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's all full of imagery and, imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I've never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Oh, don't worry too much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. Oh, that's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of style. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So, don't force yourself to write the way anyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Oh, don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. A hole in the wall. Yeah, about looking out at the monitor. We've gone through this. So what do you think? I've read all of these before. We'll go. Alright, Sayori. Well, this is a good poem, Sora. Are you sure this is your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. That's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. Just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Oh, well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Sora. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people is something that only really good people do. Yeah, thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture. Yeah, okay. Oh, you hate it, yeah, okay. Sorry, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, you can just go home. Well, that's harsh. You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Well, fair enough. To each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Yeah. Yeah. Sora liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. Oh, this stuff. This doesn't involve you. We're having discourse. I actually kind of wanted to. You don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned to me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Sora. She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. She could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective. I mean, it kinda... Jesus. It kinda depends. You know. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? Wow, okay, you're being short-sighted here. Wait, there's a reason. Yeah. Right, you both have good points, but we're going for Yuri this time, because, Natsuki. You're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight with just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, that's... But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should... Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody is taking her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only... At this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Yuri, she doesn't need to... You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, she snatches... Okay, geez. I mean, it's pretty reasonable, I think. Natsuki. She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. Can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? We handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Sora. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do something so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? The thing about stuffing your bra. Yeah, well, never mind that. I'm gonna go make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? That was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. That was alright, well, mostly. Sora, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. Well, in that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. Yeah, okay. We'll go for analysis. Disaster. Of course, horror. Yeah. It's fine. Climax. Tears, no. Uncontrollable. Anger, no. Sticky. Warm. Broken. Empty. Infinite. Tenacious. contamination. Alright, we got suicide is Sayori, actually. Extreme. Hopeless. Fireworks, flower, dark. Really? Excitement. God. No. Philosophy. Beauty. God. Unrestrained. Graveyard. Okay, pretty sure we got that one. Oh, jeez. Sorry. My throat was kind of rough and I needed some sugary stuff. Hey, Yuri. I suddenly noticed that Yuri's reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of just waiting for you. Oh, if that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Oh, not at all. Thank you very much. Oh, thanks very much. If there's anything that can make my reading time any better, it's a nice cup of tea. You can use one right now, too. Not to mention for yourself as well. Here he stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this into the teacher's desk and then we'll get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Oh yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri was gonna make some tea, so, I suddenly realized how weird this sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. It's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want me to tell you something wrong with... Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with involve helping involve Sora in club activities? Uh, my mouth gasps. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Let's go, Sora. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Sora, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Sora, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Sorry, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything's fine. Very well. Oolong tea is great. Yuri sets the temperature of the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Well, of course. I shouldn't do it any less when I'm making tea for others. For others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. How's that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking. And I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. Turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Sora. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Sora, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Oh, why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. Oh, no worries. I just have a back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of My... Your posture, right? I hunched over like that one. Yes! I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. Go ahead and get the book. Wow, I just brushed right over that. Yeah, having big titty can end up putting a lot of strain on your back over time. Anyway, I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then stood against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assumed the same reading position as last time. Each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Oh, here, teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume that the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumbled with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. You're right. Didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Oh, there it is. There's that. See, look, there's nice particles, too. I really love Yuri. Oh shit, okay. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder time reading it. Well, that's very considerate, isn't it? But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book, she simply parts her lips, as if the situation is completely natural. That means I can't stop hearing. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Yuri's so cute, oh my god. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Sora. I'm sorry. Guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you're just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that she can't even focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. Oh my god. I love Yuri so much. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. Take the chocolate and place it into her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, gee, thanks, Monica. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Sorry, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spells are abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Alright. Let's see what you've written for today. Oh. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Sora. This one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Well, maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. That's fine, take your time. Oh, Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. Probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people will just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. Wonder why. Maybe because she doesn't have any close friends, huh? Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. Ah, the raccoon. A classic. Alright. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. Like, these are very blatant metaphors. Again, yeah, so. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more of the light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto a newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. A classic pavilion. Classic Pavlovian. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Got some urges, don't you? I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express my vivid imagery. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery, and then conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can try to relate to their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. In those sorts of things, I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Sora? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a bit now. I might be ranting a little bit now. But I'm glad you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Sora. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. Never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. It's really touching. I love bringing out what people are passionate about. It really opens them up, and you know, whether it's theater, acting, singing, anime, some show, gaming, whatever it is. I guess we'll do Sayori. I like this one, Sora. It has some nice feelings in it. Well, I'm glad. That means it's better than yesterday's. Let me think. I don't know. Guess I like them both. It's not very helpful, you know. Yeah, we know this. Go with Monica. Hi again, Sora. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. Oh, you never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Oh, sure, here you go. I give my phone to Monica. Alright, this one's good. Feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? Hope you don't mean that in a bad way. Oh no, of course not. I just meant that I wish that you didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that. You must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but... well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turns out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's have a look. The colors, they won't stop. I'm in a computer. Help me get out of this computer. Huh, okay. It's even more abstract than your... yeah. And Natsuki is gonna hate this one as well. Like a minute's better than the last one. It's nice to see you're putting in some effort. Well, that's good. But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. Okay, but they can't be. Shut your mouth. I don't give a fuck right now. You want people to like your style, but then you're bashing another style. And there's more than two writing styles. It's not so black and white. Poems can be very ambiguous and have both simple and deeper meanings. They can seem simple or complex, or a little bit of both. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? Oh yeah. Performing. They're so, shy. Yeah. Of course I'd walk home with Yuri. Alright. Yeah. Third poem. Eternity. Unrequited. No. Pleasure. Grief. Sadness. Alone. Really? Intellectual. Again. Effulgent. Effulgent. Misery. Nah. Extraordinary. No. Ambient. Uncontrollable, unstable. She's fantasy. No, she's fantasy. I knew that. Climax is her, of course. Sweet, secretive. Fear. No. Unrestrained horror. Contamination. Sensation. Frightening romance. No? Massacre. Disaster. Tragedy. Oh, no, it's disaster. Imagination. Landscape precious. Dream. Yeah. Got it. He's the last one here again. Time for another hot sesh for the Yuri. But Sayori's feeling bad, I guess. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I don't know, maybe because I'm live streaming this? Haha. Fuck. I make a joke about, meta joke. I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri's peering at me from over her book. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord. So I have no choice to approach myself. Hold your horses, I need to clear my throat. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit on the one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, I didn't even do anything. But I could tell you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How are you even able to tell that I was thinking like that? Well, something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. Well, in that case, I guess you're right. Sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seemed a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Sora, the world is full of meaning, often hidden beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on in her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori. She really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. You're also a very thoughtful and considerate person. You're really polite, and I love being around you. I love you. Simply. I'm a pretty simple guy. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. No scene? I feel gypped. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything's back to normal. Everyone goes through their poems, and I do the same. Yuri, what do you think? Sora, your writing has only improved in these past few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious, even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally. Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me. But I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri smiles to herself. This feeling. I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe you're so good at something and you've never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Well, maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well... Oh, please. Oh, Yuri smiles sadly. Sora, during lunchtime I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say that I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with. Or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers, problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? And those friends don't laugh at me. They don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Sora. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you. that I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Sora. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like everyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. This is really sweet. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends. I'd say I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you? Well, if you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hand. But this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Part 2? I don't remember this. Oh, Ghost Under the Light Part 2. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A lone figure crosses its path, a silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds. The silhouette grows. Closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility, but I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp and drop my umbrella. The light flickers. My heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light is in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. I touch his hand. The flickering stops. Ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. We got Yuri's love note. Yeah. Finishing the poem, I hand it back to Yuri. But instead of taking it from me, she looks away. Do you dislike it? Well, no, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poems usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out what this one was about. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri's having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me. So, thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see his faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. Oh yeah, I'm saving that moment. It's a nice touching line there, yeah. I once again try to hand the poem back to her. But instead Yuri takes my hands and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can, the poem is... Once again Yuri fails to complete a sentence. to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles, as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but I hope that I can return the favor sometimes. Yeah, don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back towards me. I guess we should move on. We should move on before Monica says something. But I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah, I'm sure we will. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me. I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Let's go with Monica. Hi, Sora. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in the club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It'd also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Your style's gotten so refined, Sora. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I've heard her say more words these past couple days than she's talked in a whole year. And the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it myself. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. That's awfully suspicious, you know? Spending time with her in the club room every day. Reading that edgy novel with her. What if I just want to be a friend, okay? What if I'm just being nice? I want to be a friend? Though I do have a serious crush on Yuri. And Monica. I want the option to go with Monica, but it's never been like that at all. Well, I just feel bad that she has a hard time socializing. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know. Alright, I get you. Just be careful, alright? I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up, so if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really hard for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a bandage. You say that like I'm going to hurt her. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, don't talk like that to me. Okay. Alright, we're not there yet. I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. Alright. The lady who knows everything. Yep. Natsuki doesn't even care. Yeah. Cause fuck you. Yeah, no thanks. Yeah, no thanks. You didn't even... Next. Wow. Alright. I'll do this choice real quick and, yeah. Of course we're going with Yuri. Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No. I was just saying. Ugh. So you'll be helping Yuri then, Sora? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. so I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I'd be fine. Okay, okay. I'm gonna tell that Natsuki's feeling a little sour. Yeah. We've seen this. Yeah. Yeah. Sad Sayori scene, because... I'm sorry, that blush, where it's like across her face, is all weird. Okay, save in here. Page 4. That's where we are. Okay. I'm gonna end the stream here. Thanks everyone for joining me for some Doki Doki. Yeah, I'm gonna... you have a good night, and know that I just totally cock-teased you there. We are not getting into Yuri. We're not getting into Yuri's fun stuff until next week. Which I think that is when we'll be able to start exploring the second playthrough. Yeah, that's right, second playthrough. You'll see what I mean later if you don't know already. But, yeah. Alright. Goodbye. Wait. I said, goodbye.